It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Back to pass, it's Russell. A strike downfield. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He's loose down the left side. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On the run, fires downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Taylor wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. We start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was the completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Grab near the sticks. It's Givens. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let it loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Taylor wants to throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and milk and play another down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And they're going to head out the line up for a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Breaks the tackle. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start.
Oh, it's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Finding open areas. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Russell. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. To the air on first down. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Creates a little space. Got the first down and more. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. Fights off a defender. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Taylor wants to throw. The quick out. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Still on his feet at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Let's talk about Alabama. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience.
There he goes! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Gets it out fast. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Going to swing it on second down. Going up top. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Let's go! They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Alabama! Great job by the back on the option.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Rodgers. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud.
Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
And it's picked off at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Crimson Tide been deep in their own end, trying to find a little breathing room. Power football with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Tried to play it conservatively there, just get something moving forward. Instead, they got knocked in reverse.
And now you're in danger because you're only on your 1-yard line. You might have to throw the football, but you better have a clock going on. This defense, they're going to be coming like they did on that last play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Using his feet. Turning it on. How big is that one? Out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 15-yard line.
You You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football and lower their shoulder and get that first down.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Russell. He spins that thing down the middle. It's caught. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. 6th play of the drive coming up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. And it's a live ball. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost... down to there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Taylor wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him too, because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man, they are finding him, and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
What a nice effort by the defense there. They knew that the QB was in an empty set. There was only 5 guys blocking him, so they didn't get to him right away. But because the quarterback just kept holding on to the football, they were able to pursue and get a hit on him.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's got it. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Gets it out quickly. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Bringing it out. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Going right to work up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Quarterback making checks. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd down, going up top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception.
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Breaks into the open. Bulldozes his way through. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Throws for the tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Got room on the return. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. 4 wide receivers on 2nd and inches. They might try to take a shot. Back to throw. It's Russell. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That's a massive play by the defense. They were not fooled. 2nd and inches. They thought pass was a possibility. They get the sack, and now they force the offense in a 3rd and long situation.
Under fire. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Forced out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Washington. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 39 over Syracuse. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Moving away from pressure. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the gun. Give on the inside. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
It's complete to the left. Still running at the 40. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Off play action on first down. He'll take a shot. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the two-pointer is no good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Toss to the left. Finds a little space.
Well, they're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Back to throw. It's Washington. Rushes on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Trying the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns.
Can't hang on. He muffs it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to take off. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pressure coming. And they get it to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot afford that in this spot.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled, tried to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the 1st down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
He'll throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it but before he wanted to, the defense put the heat on.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Taylor wants to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
So that touchdown was big, but just as big, this two-point conversion attempt to try to get it to a one-possession game. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's got it. Two-pointer is good, and now it's a one-score game here deep in the fourth.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Steps away. He's going to run it. Plows through the defense. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Got his man quickly. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw again. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. And I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab.
games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Okay, ready?
Taylor wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Finds us back in the middle. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. He wants a big play here late. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built a lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick.
He's going up top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
On the ready.
Taylor wants to throw. Here's the pressure. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Now, a game can end on a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack at it with an untimed down. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.